back when Magnus defeated the Wall of Flesh and unlocked hallowed corruption and new powers all across the land. While exploring the jungle, he was ambushed by a giant plant monster. He later learned that this creature was called Plantera, and it was well out of his league. However, with all the power he had obtained and all of the new spells he had learned, it was time to fight Plantera once more. This time, things would be different. Magnus was confident that he would triumph. Welcome back. This is Rito here with another Magnus the Mage episode. We are doing a Death Mode playthrough on the Calamity Mod, and we are only using magic damage weapons. The first thing I wanted to do is actually show you guys this weapon that we got from the Aquatic Scourge last episode. We were super lucky and got it after our second fight, and it is a legendary weapon. It shoots tornadoes, and it's pretty dang awesome. It is a ranged weapon, so we can't use it this playthrough, but a lot of people were mentioning that they saw that I got this, and it's pretty lucky, so we'll definitely keep it. It's just a cool item to have. Another thing I did was farm up a few life fruits, so we can go ahead and use those. We can actually use the life shards that we get from Plantera to craft life fruits instead of having to farm them up, which will be much faster. The next thing I want to do is go down into the brimstone biome, because some people were mentioning that there's an ore that we can get. I think this is the ore that people were talking about right here. Charred ore. Yes, very cool. I wonder what this is. This is just brimstone crag. Well, this is pretty easy stuff to mine up because it's in big clumps and there's tons of it. So we've already got quite a few blocks. We've got 242. Ooh, and there's some big clumps below us there. I think that's probably good for our charred ore. Oh, these slimes also drop charred ore. So we've got 402 charred ore, so I think that is plenty, and let's head back to base. So we need to combine hellstone and charred ore to form the Unholy Core. Well, I'm glad we have a bunch of raw hellstone that hasn't been refined yet. So let's make a bunch of this. Now that we have Unholy Cores, we can actually craft the Brimrose Staff. So let's see what that does. And then we can craft the Burning Sea, which is another magic weapon. Once when we defeat Calamitas and get Ashes of Calamity, we'll be able to craft the Brimflame armor set. So there's lots of cool stuff we can do now. Let's get this weapon, and let's see what these two do. This one just shoots a projectile that bounces. It's pretty good. Ooh, this one. I've seen this one before, and it looks like it's really good staff. I wanted to quickly check the DPS on these with an improved dummy, and it looks like we're hitting for about 1,000 damage. Although if you get at the right distance, this is doing like 2,000. It's pretty good. And let's try the Burning Sea. So that's about 1,700. Some people have requested that I do the Mecha Mayhem, which is where you summon all 3 mechanical bosses before Plantera. Let's go ahead and do that, and let's see how it goes. I'm going to use the SHPC and see what we can do. I think I'm going to try to prioritize killing the Destroyer. So this is going pretty well. I'm using Mana Overloader because I need some self-heal, because I'm taking too many hits. And it's going pretty well here. This is really fun. I just hope we have enough time in the night to take all these guys out. I think we should. We're only like a quarter of the way through the night. I don't even know where the destroyer is. I think we may have already defeated the destroyer. Okay, let's try the Brimrose now. I think this might do better. I don't know if this is doing better. I'm trying to get that last hand down for Skeletron. Okay, I think it's time to go back to SHPC and hope for the best. We need to get our magic down so we can start getting some self heals. This is actually kind of hard to hit when they're off screen and everything. Got to switch back to the Relic of Ruin because we need the power. Uh-oh. We need to be careful. The enraged versions of these bosses are happening at the same time, and it's getting quite hectic. Oh, we just need to kill this eye. There we go. Man, the destroyer died so far before these other ones did. Okay. We're good now. This is easy. Here we go. Almost got him. Mecha Mayhem. Got it. Pre-Plantera Mecha Mayhem. Honestly, the SHPC I think did really good work on the destroyer. Now let's see what we got from these treasure bags. Not really anything, but we can put all that away. Now let's go to the jungle and let's fight Plantera. I think we're gonna be just fine. We've got so many good weapons to use. This guy should have a jungle teleporter. So for this fight, I'm not sure if I want to use Mana Overloader. I think that will make it easy. Let's try it first without the Mana Overloader because I feel like it's a little overpowered. And let's also try it using either Relic of Ruin or the Brimrose or the Ion Cannon and not immediately go for our SHPC because I think that's just going to be too powerful. Let's get this going. Ooh, perfect. Plantera spawned above us. I love this fight. Okay, let's try the Brimrose. I don't know if that's doing much. This is actually doing pretty well though. It's doing like 800 damage per second. Maybe let's try this spout. The Relic of Ruin still does better than my other weapons. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, well, we might just need to go Relic of Ruin. We keep upgrading weapons. And we keep going back to the old way. With enough mobility, this fight becomes a lot more simple. Because we just stay away from Plantera. Ooh, there's lots of mana crystals. That way we don't have to use any mana potions, slow our DPS or anything. I wonder if there's like a new form to this for Death Mode, because this seems pretty familiar to Revengeance. Well, it's shooting out the little, like, gas clouds. That's familiar, but definitely has a lot more health than what I'm used to. With how close Plantera was kiting, this spell was doing really well. And that was a very simple clear for Plantera. Let's see what we got. And we got a Spore Sack, the Wasp Gun, that's good. I think that upgrades to the Swarmer later on. And then we got a Temple Key, and we got Living Shards, which is the most important thing because those craft into a lot of cool things. And we can also craft the Terra Ray. Sweet. There's a Mimic right there. So before we go back to base, let's go kill that Mimic. And then we can start getting some Living Shards. One of our NPCs might sell Living Shards now. So let's go see. Ooh, she does sell Tenebris, Luminal, and Depth Cells, which means those are available now if we go to the Abyss. So I think that's probably the next place we should head over to. But before we head over there, I want to grab the Knight's Ray, and let's turn that into the Terra Ray. Ooh, it looks so cool. And we'll re-roll that, and then we'll head over to the Abyss and the dungeon, because I think we can now get Ectoplasm from the dungeon. I've got a bunch of stuff that we can use in the Abyss. I've got the Sunshine Potion, I've got Gills, I've got the Aquatic Scourge Lore, which will make the Sulphurous Sea not affect us anymore. Then we have our Hard Iron Boots, which I'll put those on right now. I think this Aquatic Emblem is better than Ocean Crest, so we'll put the Ocean Crest away and put on our Aquatic Emblem. I actually filmed the intro for the last video after I filmed the video, and I didn't want to have an arena taking up the shots of the traveling merchant coming to the ocean, so I destroyed my arena. It has been a while since we've come into the Abyss, and we have so much light, and we're going to be able to breathe a lot better now with all of our accessories. Ooh, and I think we have a Shadow Key in this treasure chest. Yes, let's put that on just so we're ready. And let's go. There's so much stuff to mine. Plus we can, I think, mine into these now. Yes, we can. So we can actually get the ones that we missed before. Ooh, the ore here looks different now. I don't think we can mine that yet, but it's been resprited. We got all of our planty mush. We can get into this one too. We got a summon. That's fun. Oh, and this has Tenebris as well. Gotta mine all this stuff up. So much good stuff we can get here. Man, our breath is lasting so long. At least at this point. I think it's gonna get harder and harder as we go. But we're feeling pretty powerful here compared to last time. Well, we're almost out of breath. If we just run up here, we can get our breath back, and we don't have to leave the Abyss. Right there. Perfect. Now back down. I'm just going to dig a hole straight down, and that way we don't have to worry about going beside everything. We can just go down much easier. Ooh, lots of stuff right here. We still haven't found any luminol or anything, but hopefully we will get some soon. Oops. I guess we're at the point where it's deep enough to kill us pretty quickly. I just realized we can't actually get Luminol and Tenebris until after we've defeated Calamitas. So let's go to the dungeon instead, and we can get some Ectoplasm. Because I think we can get that now. Yeah, we can get Ectoplasm in here. Ooh, did we just get a... Oh, that's the Ectoblood, yeah. So yeah, let's grab a little bit of Ectoplasm, and then we can craft a few things with that. Wow, this is such a good weapon. If only it shot through walls. But it really doesn't need to, because it can kind of shoot around walls. Ooh, did we just get a spell? Yeah, we did. We got the magnet sphere. Oh, and we got a sniper rifle. That's great. Okay, I think we're almost done probably, because we've got a lot of stuff we've farmed up in here. Okay, I think we're good. 15 and 50 Ectoblood. We'll kill these guys and then head back to base. Oh my gosh, we got a wisp in a bottle this quickly? We've been in here for like 2 minutes. Sweet. I remember in vanilla, this magnet sphere was such a cool spell. And I think our wisp in a bottle is a lot brighter than this fairy bell, so we'll put that on instead. We can turn the Ectoblood into Ectoplasm. So now we've got 35. The magnet sphere actually crafts into the magnetic meltdown, which then crafts into the voltaic climax, which is one of the best weapons for a mage. So that's really nice. We'll definitely keep that. One of the things we can do with Ectoplasm is craft Cores of Chaos, Ellium, and Sunlight. So let's go ahead and do that, because I know those will unlock a lot of different recipes for us. And now that we've crafted Cores of Ellium, Chaos, and Sunlight, we can craft a Core of Calamity. And that will be required to build our Asgard's Valor. I think we're actually ready to go to craft the Asgard's Valor. Yeah, I think we are. The only thing we need to do is get some more life fruits. And we can do that by just buying a boss bag for Plantera. And that gives us some living shards. In fact, maybe we'll just buy 2 more boss bags. I know it hurts you guys to see me spend the money, but it's easy to farm up money in Calamity. The reason we need living shards is because they can craft into life fruit with Planty Mush. So we can craft a ton of life fruit now. So let's craft 10 for now. And now we can upgrade to the Asgard's Valor. We just need the Ornate Shield, Shield of the Ocean, Abandon, and Core of Calamity. Here's the Shield of the Ocean, that's just from Victide. Now we need the Ornate Shield, which is just crystal shards and cryonic bars. So we just need to go grab a few more crystal shards from this AlchemistNPC. And next we need Abandon, and there it is. And there we go, we can craft the Asgard's Valor. This is a really great one. It allows you to Holy Dash, so we can actually use it to replace our Counter Scarf. So all we need to do is re-roll it, and then we're good to go. And it also looks like we can craft a Blood Orange now, which is pretty sweet. Although we don't have full hearts, so let's go ahead and use these. And then maybe craft a few more. And we'll be able to get to our full yellow hearts. And we've got enough to craft 5 more. In fact, let's just craft like 10 more. So now that we've got those extra life fruits, we can craft the Blood Orange, which is a consumable that will increase maximum life by 25. And so let's use that, and it turns our hearts kind of an orangish color. Really cool. Another thing we can do is craft Reaver armor from the Perennial Ore. I'm back in the jungle, and I've got a Spelunker on, and we are going to be able to find some, hopefully find some Perennial Ore. I'm not seeing any of the new ore. Although we did just get a Perennial Slime. So this is what the ore looks like. Maybe I'm not remembering correctly. Maybe it spawns outside the jungle. Let's go back to base, and that way we can try looking for Perennial Ore elsewhere. Ooh, here we go. Yeah, it is outside the jungle that we find it. We can actually put on our dig faster. I crafted this because a lot of people mentioned it. It's a Luiafk item. You just need 100 stone blocks, 100 wood, and iron, 5 iron, and it increases your mine speed by 35%. So we're picking up this really fast. I think we've got 214 now, and that's probably good. Grab a couple more. Well, I think that's enough, so let's go back and see what we've got. So let's craft a bunch of chlorophyte bars, and let's do a bunch of perennial. Hopefully that's going to be enough. So we can do the Reverb Mask that does magic damage. And then we've got the Reaver Scale Mail and Reaver Legs. And let's see the difference between what we've got now and this. So we've got 78 defense and 191 magic damage. And when we put that on, we have 83 defense and 198 magic damage. The set bonus says that it increases magic damage, reduces mana cost, increases magical critical strike chance. It does 10% increase in movement speed, and you can move freely through liquids, plus 80 max mana. It also does a set bonus of higher magic damage by 5%, and your magic projectiles emit a burst of spore gas on enemy hits. This is what the armor looks like without vanity on, which is kind of cool. Another thing I want to do is craft these wings, because those will give us a lot more movement speed. I think that's pretty great. And then we can craft a few books. We can actually upgrade the Death Valley Duster. We can upgrade it to the Primordial Earth. And that just requires the Forbidden Fragments, Meteorite Bars, and Ectoplasm. So let's do that. Oh my gosh. Let's see that again. That is way better. The distance on Death Valley Duster just wasn't sufficient for me. The next thing we can do is upgrade our Golden Shower with Perennial Bars. The last thing we can craft is the upgrade to the Frigid Flash Bolt, which was a really good weapon early hard mode. It's called the Tears of Heaven, and it requires the Water Bolt and Cores of Sunlight. And now that we have Ectoplasm, we were able to craft some of those. So now we've got Tears of Heaven. Ooh, that looks really cool. It shoots 2 at a time. Man, we've got some really great upgrades. I hope we've far surpassed Relic of Ruin at this point, because I'm really ready to move on from these weapons here and start using some different ones. I think that's a great place to end the episode. We have a bunch of new weapons. We've got a new armor set. We've got new accessories. We've got a bunch more health. We did so many health upgrades. We've defeated Plantera. Next episode, we're going to be able to fight Calamitas right off the bat. It's been a lot of great fun. I hope you are enjoying the Magnus the Mage series. If you are, be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.